in internet land. Look at this. We got friends here tonight. We got Toasty. We got Cappy. We've got, hello, the Paper Mask. I don't believe we've met. And if we have, you were probably under a different name. Beepner, how's it going? Yeah, I don't usually play games with layouts anymore. But since we're, promoting this game, I wanted to kind of do a little extra for it to kind of, make sure that way, people can look at the screen and know what's going on and be like, oh, hey, I know what the name of the game is. I know where to find it. You are everyone and no one. Are you boredom? Is that who you are? That would be my guess anyway. Okay, you're not boredom. Okay. That's Luna. Okay. Damn! Just outed already. Go. Not gonna stay long because you want to take a short look at the game right now and play it yourself. Hey, how's it going? Miles Edgeworth, sex number. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by anyway. But yeah, how's everybody doing? We are here to celebrate the impending release of Toasty's new game. It's coming out on February 22nd, and you can go wishlist it right now. It is Anamnesia Part 1. Am I my body? I think that's how you're supposed to say it. That's how the trailer would be. In a world. And then it would have the blah, blah, blah. Anamnesia. Am I my body? I think that's how the trailer would go. That's how I would do it. Don't hire me to do your... Oh, you actually did. You hired me to do your promotion because I'm promoting it right now. But yeah. Duke Nukem Rip It! Yeah! There we go! Maybe you should put us in charge of your promotion. Why? When is it? Because I added a little patch. I added a little patch to my outfit, as you can see here. We can. I'll bring me up here. We can have a little look. Yeah. I added a little patch because I happen to know that there is a character in this game that has a 2236 on their sweater. So I just thought it would be cute. Plus, hey, if more people ask what 2236 is, it's just like, oh, okay, well, hey, let's play 2236. Go play that. That's a cool ass visual novel too. All right. Well, I guess we farted around enough. We're here for a video game, and that's what you do here on Twitch. I think audio sounded okay. I may bump it down another decibel or so. I've been sitting here with this title theme going on the whole time in my own brain, waiting to set up the stream, and I'm just like, yeah, this is such a chill vibe. When your senator wears a flag. Hell, but instead American nationalism is 2236. Nationalism. All right. Anyway, on with the show. I'm excited. I have been waiting for this game since I literally met Toasty. So I'm excited to dig in and finally see what this is all about. All right, everybody ready in chat? Toasty, are you gonna poop yourself when I press start game? Hold on, I need to check something real quick, actually. Is that? Yeah, let's do that. I always do this for visual novels because I'm a weirdo. You're not ready? Alright, there we go. It's gonna crash! When I streamed I the Somnium Files the night it came out, it crashed in the first 5 minutes that I was playing. So long as you don't crash in the first 5 minutes, you should be good. Garden! I'm ready! Boom! We're in. It'd be a shame if we forgot about each other, don't you think? Excuse me, do you mind if I sit here? Anyone could do something as simple as that. Is this seat taken? Sometimes I feel like I'm wasting the life I was given. Dude, can I sit here? But sometimes the words that were said matter less than the feelings attached to them. Nobody's sitting here, right? Can you promise to always remember me? no matter what? Yo, all right, that is the proper amount of ellipses, text boxes, by the way. It's always 3 in a row. These words, they rush through my head from one side to the other, bouncing back and forth, overlapping endlessly, until the cacophony is drowned out by my waking mind ringing for air. Man, this is windy. Still feeling like I'm floating, drifting in and out of this semi-lucid state, I want nothing more than to fall back asleep. Wash away the scenes that just played out in my head. Replace them with something meaningless and random. This is me on a daily basis. Did you just write a visual novel about me? Is that it? Something that doesn't remind me of her. Deep down in the back of my head, there's another, much quieter voice, barely audible, a subconscious whisper that hardly even qualifies as a voice at all. A sound that stands above all others, that thinks about my thoughts, questions, doubts, and worries about them. It's so quiet that I only ever perceive it as being there when I deliberately try to stop thinking. When I struggle with falling asleep at night because every single piece of noise, both and internal, keeps me awake, then this is the only layer of thought that always remains, no matter how many of them I shut off. It's always there, always here. You just wrote a visual novel about you. Okay. I mean, don't we all do that? I mean, even the visual novels that I wrote are basically about me in a very large way. So I feel you. You gotta write what you know, right? And it's here now, telling me it's futile, telling me that no amount of sleep will ever help me forget. As long as her words linger so vividly in my mind, they will always come back to haunt me, and I only have myself to blame. Her image won't fade until I decide to let it, to take it down and burn it to ashes and mosaic. I'm awake. My head is throbbing with pain. How much did I drink last night? Dang, look at these backgrounds. This is some serious business here. Really nice. I finally decide to sit up and open my eyes, finding myself in a completely unfamiliar room. Where the hell? I get up unusually quickly, which I instantly regret when the dizziness almost knocks me back down. I take a short moment to focus and finally look at the unfamiliar room in front of me. 3 beds, one now empty, a woman in each of the other 2. Damn, I was busy last night! Can't recall ever having seen either of them. Well, you know, blackout drunk does things to people. Here I am taking his work that he has spent 2-3 years on, and I'm already making jokes 2 minutes in. He's regretting this decision already. Should I try to remember what I've been up to last night? But my brain just doesn't want to cooperate at all. How the hell did I get here? The only thing you wanted from me? I notice 2 doors at the other end of the room and slowly make my way towards them. I open the one that leads ahead. God damn, these backgrounds look really nice. I love the clean look. This is like a jam for me. Like, this is just like, I like shiny, slick looking stuff. So this is kind of my jam. A bathroom. Once again, I don't recognize this room at all. I walk towards the sink and splash some water. Oh, look at this. Fancy zooms too. I walk towards the sink and splash some water on my face. Hey, it's us! We're hot. I like it. Looking up, my reflection stares back at me. It looks like shit. Well, you're in a bathroom, so it's appropriate. I look like shit. Tired as always, but then again, do I really look like someone who drank himself into forgetting how he got here in the first place? Yeah, my head's a pain. I'm so nauseous I can barely stand, but that's just how it is sometimes. I don't know. Something's off. I check out the door next to the bathroom. A kitchen, absolutely spotless. I could eat off the floor. Definitely doesn't look like anyone has been here partying here last night, I'm sure of it, but But then what happened?
What is this place?
There's definitely some 999 going on here. But I expected that. That blonde Australian from Niji? I wouldn't know. I barely pay attention to VTubers despite being one. Also, does everything sound okay? Like in terms of me and the volume, does anything kind of need bumped up or down or anything? Everything good? I try my best to focus and take another look around the room. Is there anything that could give me any sort of hint? None of these rooms has any windows. Is this underground? Wait, where is the exit anyway? It's the number 9 door. Bodhi! Hey! Everything sounds good. Thank you so much. Morphogenetic fields win. Basically follow VTubers you know Yeah, that's kind of me anymore. A boat in the middle of the desert. God. You follow one. I'm touched. I am the one VTuber that Toasty follows, so I'm actually really touched. None of these rooms has any windows. Is this underground? Wait, where's the exit anyway? There's another door leading left from the kitchen. I enter the room that lies beyond it. Before I can even process what kind of room I find myself in, my entire attention is directed towards the door on the other side. Hey! There's a hand there. A strange metal door that looks completely different from the rest. Is this the way outside? My mind clears up. Without even thinking about it, I rush towards that door and place my hand on the weird scanner thing in the center of it. It opens up and reveals a dead body! What the? I'm not sure what it revealed, but it's sure as hell not outside. I simply stand still, dumbfounded, until... Excuse me. A gentle voice rings out behind me, so gentle, yet sending shivers down my spine the moment it reaches my ears. It looks like I'm not granted any more time to sort out the situation I found myself in. Not like I could do so either way. I like the fact that you know how to use semicolons too, because I don't use semicolons in any of my scripts because I'm dumb. I turn around. Ah, she's cute! Everybody in this game is cute. That's gonna be the problem, isn't it? Everybody's gonna be cute. Use semicolons in your JavaScript. I use semicolons when I'm only doing things half-assed. I use semicolons when I'm only doing things half-assed. Everybody laugh, please. That's a genius fucking joke. Come on. Give it up for me right now. Where am I? I don't know. I find myself in front of a beautiful young woman. She's one of the two I saw lying in the remaining beds. Unlike myself, she doesn't look like she just got up at all, but she did. Some people are just blessed like that, huh? I see. Behind her lies a wall adorned by 3 doors. I entered this hall through the one on the left, and it looks like she used the one in the middle. Does that mean... Without saying another word, I walk right past her and open said door. Sure enough, I find myself back in the room I first woke up in. Seems I just didn't notice this door. What are you Oh, there's someone else in here. And it seems like she... seems like she didn't even notice that another woman was still sleeping here. I shrug. The stranger walks up to the other stranger and softly shakes her. Yo, Lumps! Lumpa Dumps! How's it going, friend? Hope you're I ain't seen you in a hot-ass minute! How you doing, friend? Hope you've been doing well. What is it? Wait. After a few seconds of drowsily rubbing her eyes, she abruptly jumps up from her bed. Who the fuck are you? What do you want from me? What is this place? Those are all valid questions to be asking in this situation. Dr. Doobaloob, how you doing? How you doing? Look, all the friends are showing up. Hey, everybody. Now that I got your attention, please direct your eyes to the bottom part of the screen that tells you where this game can be found, when it is coming out, and to go wishlist it. It's going to be free. Go wishlist it. It costs you nothing to wishlist. Get more eyes on this video game. What is she getting so worked up over? I think she's got a pretty good reason to probably be upset. Or is this a kind of reaction one is expected to have in a situation like this? We aren't really sure about that either. I'm sorry to say this, but we only just woke up ourselves. She points towards the unmade beds. Oh, and my name is Evelyn. Evelyn? Why do I feel like I already knew that? All right, great. And you? She glares daggers at me. Adrian? She turns away and starts to look around. Hey, profile. You don't see profile poses much in visual novels. What about you, if I may ask? She hesitates briefly, then replies without even turning towards us. Valerie. Once again, it doesn't feel like a new piece of info to me. Did I lose part of my memory after all? Did we all? If so, how? I assume booze is still out of the question. Well, you see, there's this drug we can take, a whole great big bunch of, and it'll leave gaps in our memory. I can't seem to remember what the name of it was. She is the only one who got a profile pose? Aw. That's fine, we still got one. It's rare, I don't see it. Video games at a free price. Satisfactory. Then, did someone make us forget? Is that someone the same person who is to blame for us being here? Who brought us here? So neither of you knows where we are. Really? Yep, that's correct. We just woke up here, just like you. Does that lead outside? Her eyes glance past us, straight at the metal door. Outside might not convey it properly. What's that supposed to mean? I feel it's best if you see it for yourself. You probably wouldn't truly believe it otherwise. She moves past us and places her hand on the door. We watch it open once more. Honestly, I still can't believe this is really happening. Judging from the fact that this is the first time that Valerie is not bombarding us with questions since she woke up, she probably feels similarly. For a moment, we all just stand there studying the gray, barren walls around us. Well, at least that's what I do. I have no idea what the two of them are thinking. Honestly, I'm just waiting for one of them to make a move or say something. Anything. Then after a while, Valerie continues stepping forward. She carefully approaches the large door on the other side of the hall, but much more than the door itself, she's wondering about the letters next to it. Is it an anagram? He had to have expected these jokes, right? Making what you made, you had to expect it. Nobody's gonna die, Cappy. It's fine. Nobody dies in visual novels. You're not allowed. It's illegal. ATA is a stat in Phantasy Star Online, and it is a stat that determines your accuracy. So you need a lot of it in ultimate mode, by the way, or you just can't hit anything. She falls silent. Is that what? Does she have an idea of what this place might be? Is this supposed to be some kind of prank? Come on, stop acting like you don't know anything. I'm sorry, but I really don't know what you're talking about. Do you know what those letters refer to, perhaps? Have you been living under some kind of rock? Who the fuck doesn't know what it means? Do you seriously expect me to believe that? She wasn't even addressing me, but it made me wonder, have I been living under some kind of rock? Should I know what these letters stand for? And what's wrong with you, quiet boy? Just gonna stand there and wait until I leave? I don't know what those letters mean either, sorry. That wasn't even the question, damn it! I have no idea what your deal is, but leave me out of it, will you? Don't expect anything from me unless you decide to spill, alright? With that, she storms off towards the bedroom. Back to sleep. Alright, just gonna go grab a nap, wake up, and hope we just wake up and everything's fine. Wait a second, please. Evelyn goes after her and the door closes behind them. Should I follow them? Well, let's be real. Even if I did, what could I realistically do to help? It makes sense that she doesn't trust two random strangers in a situation like this. I'm not even sure why I do. She's probably just panicking right now, and I really don't know what I could say to calm her down. Whatever, I'll let Evelyn try to handle it. She seems much more proficient at this social interaction thing anyway. Not that that's all that much of an accomplishment. See, it stands for Amnesiac Trust Association. By blinking your memory, you get added to trust. Stop giving away spoilers, Cappy! DO2. And this is a DO3 over here, and we got a DO1 over here. This one's red. I think about what I could be doing in the meantime. I guess I could check the remaining door. All right. Narrative's paying attention to me. Unlike the other two, the scanner on this one is red. I place my hand on it anyway, and surprise, nothing happens. I guess red just means it's locked. Well, that's good to know at least. Should suffice to map out the area I've been to so far. We've got this hall. The door to the left leads to some kind of living room or whatever, which leads to a kitchen, which is connected to a bedroom, which can also be reached through the door in the middle. The bedroom leads to a bathroom as well. That just leaves this door on the right, which leads to some kind of mystery location. This is the murder room. Well, and the large one over there. Before I can come to my earth-shattering realizations about that, though, I noticed that Evelyn has already returned. She locked herself in the bathroom and doesn't reply to anything I'm saying. I suppose we don't have any other choice but to let her be for now. Panicking and distrusting strangers in a situation like this is only natural. I'm sure she'll calm down eventually. Yeah, probably. I mean, that's pretty much exactly what I thought just a minute ago. She took the words right out of my mouth and left me with nothing more to add. I'm sorry. I presume you don't really feel like talking? Oh, no, it's fine. I'm just not very used to, well, being in a situation like this. You mean being kidnapped? Oh, no, just having a conversation in general. All right, I understand. It's not like something like this happens every day, after all. It sure doesn't. It's a conversation thing, I mean. Okay, sorry, I know. One joke. But seriously, though, what am I supposed to say right now? There's not much of anything we can do, right? The remaining doors won't budge, and I'm pretty sure we won't be able to just bypass them somehow. So if that's the case, what could we even talk about? I don't think the atmosphere calls for small talk, not that I'd be very good at that anyway. Should I ask her how she feels about this situation? But I mean, isn't it obvious? How would someone feel about waking up in some strange facility? Oh yeah, I love being here. It's like a super fun mystery, duh. So really, what's left to discuss? Out of nowhere, as if to hand me a topic to talk about, some sort of noise appears at the other end of the hall. I turn around and realize that Evelyn has already made her way over to the huge door while I was busy with, my thoughts and stuff. Anyway, I ran over to her. What is that sound? Did you do something? I don't believe I did. I was simply looking around when it suddenly started. I listened closely. It seems to be coming from behind the door, moving upwards. Just as I come to that conclusion, I begin to see something. No, someone emerged from behind the glass pane. Another stranger facing away from us right towards a wall. After a while, the platform he's standing on comes to a halt and he begins to speak. His monotonous voice is played back through some speakers seemingly hidden within the walls of this hall. Good morning. I hope I've given each of you enough time to wake up and get yourselves accustomed to your whereabouts. Either way, I guess introductions are in order. Sadly, I am not able to give you my proper name. I don't even know where I am or what I am looking at. This immediately gives VLR vibes. Oh, I'm pretty sure that this was inspired by the works of Kitaro Uchikoshi. So I just kind of went in with that assumption, and we're gonna see that. Either way, I guess introductions are in order. Sadly, I'm not able to give you my proper name. For now, I will have you remain as an empty. It will have to remain as an empty variable, null, if you will. The one thing that I could... Man, this is a jam, by the way. Holy crap. This is a tune right here. I'm liking it. Revolutionizing the murder game mastermind game by showing his face immediately. The one thing that I can tell you about myself is the following. Yes, I am the one behind all of this. I have trapped each of you in this facility in order to have you participate in an experiment of mine. You don't need to know the details behind it, the purpose of you being here. Instead, simply think of it as a fun little game I have prepared for you. The truth game. All right, we're gonna just... You wrote an entire visual novel about truth or dare? The truth of what, you may wonder? Well, for that, I will first need to tell you about all the participants in this experiment. Toast was actually possessed by Uchikoshi in making the game. No, Toasty comes from the world where Uchikoshi got his horse, and this is Zero Escape 4. You remove dare so it doesn't get too spicy. Yeah, you don't want to get banned from Steam. I cannot stand to look at any of your faces. What appears to be a map suddenly engulfs my view. Augmented reality. Oh, look at this. Okay. This facility is split into 3 halls. Within each of them, a team of 3 participants resides. 2 of these are called answer teams. And one on my the one on my right is Answer Team A, or short for ATA. The other one is Answer Team B, you guessed it, ATB. Zero Time Dilemma! I love me some Zero Time Dilemma. Love that game to pieces. A lot of people don't much care for it, but I'm a fan. Cover the map in your team's ink in the Splatoon Turf War. The remaining people reside in the hall to my left. They are the so-called question team. You will need to learn as much as you can about the singular person that will never leave that hall, that neither answer team will get the chance to meet for the duration of this game. You will need to learn as much as you can about the singular person that you will never... Okay. But that person isn't the only member of the question team, of course. There are 2 more. Which will be continuously switching between the area of the QT area and one ATE. Oh, that's fucked up, dude. You can think of the entire game as being split into multiple rounds that last 3 hours each. The first 90 minutes of each round are when the ATs will be visited. After that, the QT will reunite for the remaining 90 minutes. That way you will have enough time to ask whatever questions you might have about the secret final participant. Meanwhile, the QT itself will get the opportunity to gather information in the first place. Simple, right? You will need to cooperate in order to come as close to the truth as possible. If you ever want to lead this place, that is. Alright, I will leave it at that for the time being. We can discuss further details another time. For now, please prepare for your visitor, who will make their way over to you shortly. Good luck! You'll need it! ZTD is the most entertaining. Yeah, I can see that. I like VLR is my favorite of the three. I just like how dog shit insane that game gets. I like 999. I just kind of like all three games at pretty much an equal amount, I think. I just think it's an absurd, silly series, and I like it a lot, so. The sound of what seems to be an elevator returns, and with that, the mastermind sinks back into the ground. For a while, we just stand there stunned. There's so much to process about what we've just heard and seen. I don't even know where to begin. 3 halls, 3 teams, all the same size, a secret participant that we need to learn the truth about? What for? I can't figure any of this out. And then there's some other minor things like, I wonder what kind of person will join us. Evelyn interrupts my train of thought. Ooh, another jam. I guess we'll find out soon enough. No point in overthinking a question that will be answered shortly. Whoever they are, they'll stay here for 90 minutes, right? I wonder how long this whole thing is supposed to last. How long we're supposed to stay here. Yeah, we only got jams in here so far, absolutely. You overthink questions even at, oh, how's it going, nerd? Sorry, I didn't say hi. I've been wrapped up in the visual novel that is very cool so far. You did writing and general coding. Yeah. I mean, assuming we're just going to get out of here, assuming we're going to get out of here alive in the first place. Oh, don't worry about that. If the person behind this wanted to kill us, I'm sure he would have just I'm sure he would have left us with a kitchen, wouldn't have left us with a kitchen, a bathroom, well, I mean, everything we need to survive. Wouldn't you agree? I don't know whether she seriously believes her own words or if she just wants to keep me from getting even more depressed. Obviously, that guy, Noel, didn't want us to die right off the bat. He asked us to play along with his stupid game after all. Of course, we would be provided with everything we need to survive for the duration of at least that, but that doesn't mean he actually plans to let us out of here by the end of it. Either way, I realize I've been quiet for far too long once more. I decide to fake a relieved smile and reply, "You're right." She seems glad about my response. I can't tell whether she's the naive kind. She's naive, kind, or both. I turn back around. At that moment, a sound arises from behind the door. Oh, that must be the person from the other team. We quickly take a few steps back and watch the door as it opens. Hey, who are you? A middle-aged, scraggly dude enters, casting his eyes about the hall to take in its features or lack thereof. Surprise! This place looks just like the one I came from. Oh, hi. Just the 2 of you? Aren't there supposed to be 3 folks per team? Our last member is currently hiding away in the bathroom. She's got celiac. The bread had gluten. She's not having a good time in there, and I don't recommend going in there for at least 45 minutes. She seems to be in severe state of panic. Bowel panic. Huh, I see. Well, can't blame her. This whole thing is rather crazy. Oliver's the name, by the way. How about you? Adrian. My name's Evelyn. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. Well, I'm glad to meet the 2 of you. At least I'm as glad as one can be in a situation like this. You can stop being so formal, though. I'm not that old. You're right, I'm sorry. I'll try. Anyway, they both turn to look at me. Great. Our goal is to learn about one of the people on your team, right? Can you tell us about whoever that is? Cutting right to the chase, huh? If I didn't ask, Evelyn surely would have done so in my stead. I need to... Well, I guess we do have a time limit, don't we? But still, doesn't feel like it'd make much sense to discuss this without the whole group present. He's right, of course. So then, what do you suggest we do now? Let's go to the bathroom. Let's just go talk in the bathroom. Good question. Guess we can't really make any progress until we get the chance to properly talk this through, huh? In that case, I suppose we should try talking to her again. Maybe updating her on what we've learned in the meantime will help. Are you sure? You think that will help her calm down? Sounds like a plan. All right. Need any assistance with that? I don't think that'll be necessary. I feel like all of us talking to her at once would only lead to stressing her out even further. Why don't the two of you sit down in the kitchen in the meantime? I'll join you once I'm done. Hopefully not on my own. Of course, another one-on-one combo, just what I needed. All right, sure. In that case, best of luck. I'll do my best. The premise is they have to figure out the truth about each other. Sorry, I'm working on my tax midterms. Yeah, we're trying to figure out who mystery person is. And I guess we're gonna do that. Are we gonna just social engineer it out of them? Oliver once again. Oliver. Sorry, I'm having a stroke, and I need a drink. Oliver gives me a slight push through the door, and I make my way through the bedroom with him and Evelyn following behind me. Shortly after I enter the kitchen, I still hear Evelyn knocking on the bathroom door before Oliver closes the door behind us. The answer teams need to learn the truth about one member of the question team who will never meet the answer teams by speaking to each other. Yeah. There you go. You're gonna go now? You wanna play the game for yourself? Well, hey, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. You have a nice rest of your whatever, friend. Meanwhile, I'm already busy looking around the room. Last time I was still under the assumption that this whole situation might just be the aftermath of some party. Now I know for sure that isn't the case. Compared to the rundown hall we were just in, it looks way too welcoming, clean, warm. I don't know, it's almost eerie. The question is, how is such an extreme contrast in appearance possible? Well, I have my suspicions. In order to confirm those, I walk towards the wall of plants. I stretch out my hand and grab one of the large leaves. They're fake! I could feel the texture of the greenery on my skin, a slight resistance of a physical object when trying to move past it. The further I move my hand, the further the plant is moved, until it can't resist anymore, and it phases through my palm, back to its original position. I knew it! Oh, what are you doing? Playing with the plants. I'm sticking my hand on the TV. Check it out! I can go in a TV! Wait, wrong game. I turn around and noticed he's already sat down at the table and most likely watched how I played around with a bunch of leaves like some kind of idiot. Just normal plant stuff. Oh, nothing. I was just wondering about something. I sit down across from him and wait. Neither of us says anything. Honestly thought he would be more of the talkative type, but after all that commotion so far, I'm just glad to catch a short break. Maybe he sensed that. Well then, I could at least use this occasion to gather my thoughts, think about what I know that could help me with figuring out how we all got out of here. Wait, I haven't even checked my Neuralink yet. What? I try connecting to the net right away, but no dice. Figures. But wait, what about my log? Why can't I access it? What, this? This log here? Is this the log? I can access the log, check it out. There it is. I can search it too. Has anybody said poop? Nobody has said poop. This thing's working. All right. Confirmed that nobody has said poop. Just doing my due diligence here. Huh, my local storage has been wiped completely. Who could do something like that, and how? My head hurts just thinking about it. All those entries gone, just like that. I stored all those memories for years upon years. For what? What about, what? No, I know what it is. It's there. Oh, no, that's not it. Damn. I thought for sure I had it. Swab the poop deck. My head hurts just thinking about it. All those entries gone, just like that. I stored all those memories for years upon years. For what? Fuck it. This isn't the time to wallow in self-pity. Point is, I got a clean log, starting with me waking up earlier today and having Evelyn approach me. And I just said today, but now that I check for it, my clock and calendar stopped working as well. What? Oh God. They only show the date of December 31st, 9999, with the time stuck at midnight, not progressing any further. I have no idea what time of day it is, and since I can't even remember anything about how we got here, I'm not sure what day it was before all this started either. Hey, I decided to finally speak up. Maybe Oliver remembers more than I do. Do you have any idea why we're here? I barely remember what happened last night at all. Can you recall what you did before all this? Ugh, that's a tough one. To be honest, my memories are kind of jumbled up too. I know I was planning to visit a Neuralink center, the one in A3. I think going there was the last thing I can recall, but can't really tell where the cutoff is, you know? Huh, I see. At least it's not just me whose memories are messed up then. A3's Neuralink Center, that's the one her father works at. Huh. Do you remember what day it was? 20th of August, Friday. Yeah. That does roughly line up with the things I can still recall. Wait, I just realized, is he wearing a wristwatch? Does your watch work? Huh? All this? Sadly, not a watch, at least not by my standards. I woke up with it. Oh no! He holds out his arm to show the screen of the watch to me. It simply shows the number 79. That's like almost the sex number. He's a Musk fan. It's 10 too many. Is that a prime number? Oh, don't ask me to do math. If this game asks me to do math, I will actually cry on stream. Okay, it is a prime number. I'm writing that down. I'm writing down a note that this is a prime number and that I bet prime numbers got something to do with something. Maybe. I don't know. I'm suspicious of it. I don't know. Everybody's robots. Everybody's robots. That's my guess. I don't know. It's a countdown. Tells me how much longer I have to stay here before I can go back to my team. Oh, okay. Oh, I guess that sounded kind of rude. It's not like being here is any worse than over there on the on the other hall. I would prefer a timer to show me when I can finally go home. Everyone's a robot. When does our skin dissolve? Neuralink in bio. I almost started the stream with a pussy in bio joke. I thought better of it though. That'll get me blacklist. That'll get me on the VTuber blacklist. Roughly 10 minutes have passed, and yeah, makes sense. Damn, none of this brings me any closer towards clearing up why the hell this is happening to us. Why were we abducted? Why are we split up in a bunch of teams to play a game? Why is our goal to figure out who the third member of the question team is? I can't figure it out. None of it. But then again, I'm still waiting to hear anything about the person in the first place. That being any sort of clue is my last hope for now. As if for the sole purpose of ending that wait, the bedroom door swings open. Hey, you did it! Through it, Evelyn enters with Valerie reluctantly following her. Is the third member of the question team a new VTuber debut? This is how Toasty is gonna introduce as a VTuber himself. That's what this whole game is. It's an elaborate reason to unveil a VTuber persona. That would be like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I had that idea a while back about a VTuber debuting via a visual novel that you had to play. I actually wrote a bunch of shit for it too, and then I never did anything because, well, art. The story's basically done. Ah, there you are, Valerie, right? Name's Oliver. Huh? Yeah, right. I'm caught up on everything that happened, so let's get to it. Who's in the question team besides you? Yeah, I'm sure you're all eager to find out. Come on, sit down, you two. Evelyn takes a seat next to his, but Valerie just leans against the wall next to the plants. I'm fine. All right, if you say so. Also, I like that I don't know if you're noticing, there's a lot of dynamic staging going on with the sprites moving around and little things like that to kind of make it look a little more dynamic and less static than typical visual novels. I really appreciate that kind of stuff. And people kind of emote even when they're not talking a little bit, it looks. Hey, Fresno! Thank you for the raid! What were you playing? What were you playing? Some baby easy video game, probably. That's all Fresno plays is baby easy video games. How's it going, everybody? Welcome. Hi, you stepped into the middle of a shill stream. This is all a trap. I've trapped you all in a commercial and you may never leave. We are playing a video game that is coming out on February 22nd for free. And you can go and wishlist it on Steam right now. It's called Anamnesia Part 1, Am I My Body? If you like games like Zero Escape, then this is probably gonna be your jam. Nerdy streamer overdose. The payola influencer strikes again. My greed is insatiable. You love consuming product. Good, good. Open that mouth. We've got so much product to stuff in there. You already did the wish listy thing? Awesome. Yeah, I want to get as many eyes on this as possible. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for the raid. Hope y'all have a good time. We're gonna, you know, the more I read here, the more I realize I really want to read this myself. So you'll excuse yourself now until the 23rd. All right. Thank you for stopping by, though, and also thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by. You have a nice rest of your whatever. Okay, I think it's best if I just tell you about our first interactions over in the other hall. Oh, geez, yeah, go to bed. Go sleep. Go sleep, please. Thank you so much for stopping by for while it was so late, though. I really appreciate it. Go have a good night. Go get some good sleeps. And yeah, Toasty will not go to sleep. Toasty is wrecking his sleep schedule for this. If you do continue to play it after it comes out formally, I'll just buy it and support the artist. Seems like a lot of work. When I'm still going, yeah, like that's the plan. Like I can only stream so much of the game right now, obviously, because it's not out yet, and we don't want to spoil the whole thing before it's out. But I will be streaming the rest of the game once it is out formally as well. And it's a free game, Cap, so you don't even have to buy anything. It's literally just a free video game. Yeah, like if there is like, are you going to do any kind of like donation stuff or like, I know a lot of games do like little packs where they do like, oh, here's like a little art book or something, and you can like give extra money to just get that, where it's more of just like a formality where you're just saying, hey, I want to give people. Yeah, I like the fact that this is free is boggling my mind because there's so much work behind it, and I'm just stunned that this is free. You're still considering what to do. You have a bunch of ideas. You have some kind of donation. Okay. Okay, good. Yeah. That's good. Yeah, I'll absolutely be donating. Yeah, I'll definitely drop some cash in. They used a Charles Martinet Mario voice sample. They can't monetize it. Stop giving away all the spoilers, Beepner. Go on. All right. Honestly, I might have hyped this up a bit too much. Please keep your expectations in check. We barely had any time to prepare for this, so there's not even that much I could tell you so far. And beyond that, well, I'll start from the beginning. When I woke up, confused about where the heck I had just ended up, I first noticed a man in a lab coat who was eagerly studying his surroundings. I asked him who he was and where we were. He didn't know any more than I did. Just woke up, too. His name was Nathan. Writing Nathan down. Just to be on the safe side. I have a feeling we'll probably meet Nathan. Well, still is, I suppose. It's a me-level joke there. Anyway, he's the guy that went over to the other answer team. We quickly decided to check the remaining bed and wake whoever was still asleep. Well, there she was, the secret participant, a young woman, probably around your age. He looks at Evelyn. She was breathing peacefully, completely oblivious to her situation. Long, wavy blonde hair. Her eyes were green. Sorry, I'll check. Hey, she was asleep! Her eyes were closed, you dummy! Can we call him Nate? I'm sure we can. Anyway, a pretty thing she was, definitely. Though, I guess that's not a thing I should say at my age. I'm always gonna give him a really dumb laugh now. Well, I didn't think much of it and was just about to wake her up when Nathan, standing next to me, froze up for a second, getting all, it can't be. He dashed towards her and shook her body, shouting out her name. Amelia! Hey, wait, that's who we're supposed to find out who it is. We're supposed to know her. How's it hanging? Lyrinette! Dude, I ain't seen you in 800 years. How you doing, friend? She sleeps with her eyes open? You know, I don't even know if you're playing with me here, Toasty. I don't even know if you're joking. All the Steam descriptions, spoilers. Gripping your pillow tight. You're Yeah, I feel like that's all of us. I feel like that's all of us, dude. You made it, dude. I made it through 2023, which was the worst year of my life. I'm happy to just kind of be here right now. I hope that your year wasn't as bad as mine was. He dashed towards her and shook her body, shouting out her name. Amelia! Amelia, is that you? My body froze the second that name left his tongue. I'm sure it's just a coincidence. It must be. I know it must be. It wouldn't even make sense if it wasn't. But when everything fits too well, it's hard to convince my heart to feel as I would have probably gone with T-O-O there, maybe? I'm not trying to bust anybody's balls. I'm just... Yeah. Okay, there you go. I get a credit for that. I found that. I'm kidding. Okay. Okay. But when everything fits so well, it's hard to convince my heart to feel the same. Okay. Gotcha. So long story short, she did indeed confirm that her name's Amelia, but it seems she doesn't remember any more than that. From what I can tell so far, we all seem to be struggling with our recent memory. Can all of you confirm that? Yes, that is true, actually. I nod. He looks over at Valerie, who seems to be completely spaced out, then sighs and continues. Yeah, so it seems it hit her even harder than the rest of us. She barely remembers anything at all, even when it comes to herself as a person. That's what I meant earlier. That's the other reason for why I can't really tell you all that much yet. We'll have to hope that it's temporary, of course, that it will come back to her eventually. We just sit there for a moment, stunned and unsure of how to advance. Then, the person I least expected it from speaks up. But what about this Nathan dude? Didn't he seem to know her? Did he say anything else? Yeah, of course. As I said, we didn't have enough time to go into much detail yet, but from what he told me, the girl's apparently the daughter of one of his higher-ups. Now, that would be fine and all. Might have been enough to explain his reaction towards finding her. That wasn't the actual reason, though. The truly strange part is that was what he told us afterwards. Apparently, she went missing. What? Okay. You know we got into serious mode because we're in NVL mode again. The moment those words leave his tongue, my world fades to black. This can't be right. This doesn't make sense. It's really her? No, it can't be. This has to be some kind of misunderstanding. She's still alive? How? Where the hell has she been all this time? Was she kept down here all along? Did that Null guy perform some kind of twisted experiments on her? Is that why she's lost her memories? Fuck, I was so sure she was dead. Unlike Sophie, I never expected her to return. I was fully convinced that I'd never get to see her again. Have to see her again. Even now, will she even remember me? It's not like we ever knew each other all that well, right? Maybe it's better this way. Maybe I wouldn't want her to remember. Huh. Yeah, I killed her 2 years ago! Interesting. Adrian? Oh, fuck, I totally forgot I'm here too. I've been silent for way too long. I need to calm down. Breathe in, breathe out. I do that every time I see that. What was the question again? I should just check the log. Check the log. Okay, of course I've not properly examined anything either. I think the same is Okay, wait. God damn, just the way too much. I understand how you feel, but wait. We might have been okay. I don't know. Please don't why don't you anyway too much? I don't know, god damn it. Let me just say something. Hold on. She barely remembers. Okay, yeah. Anything else, of course. So we don't have enough time to go into much detail yet from what he told me to go to finding her. Apparently she went missing. Okay. Afterwards, apparently she went missing. What the fuck are you talking about? How can you just say something like that with a straight face? Come on, Valerie, please calm down, I'm sure. I know it sounds absurd, but that's just what Nathan told me, and he sure didn't seem like he just made that up. The way he looked at her, shook her, I doubt it could have faked all that. What? This is such a cool idea! This is such a cool idea! Even if it's only used once, that's such a cool idea! Like, we were spaced out, so we didn't catch all the gist of it, but if we roll on back here, oh, that's a cool idea. Like, he even explained it, and I was just like, oh, but then you see it actually happen in real time. It's like, oh, that's really cool. What's the elevator pitch to this story? Have you played any of the Zero Escape games? Yeah, if you played any of the Zero Escape games, that's kind of the setup we have, but like right now, there are 2 answer teams, and a question team. And we need to figure out the truth about about one person on the question team, and then they come and spend 90 minutes with us. Yeah, I think Totino did this too. Please calm down. I'm sure it sounds like, okay, I don't know. God damn it, it's just way too much. I remember how you okay, I understand how you feel, but no, you don't, but it's fine. I'm sorry. You want some time to yourself? Think things through and all? I guess so. No, wait a minute. Oh, no, wait a minute. You can stay here. Just sit down. I wanted to look around a bit anyway. I didn't get the chance yet to go over my group. Would it be all right with you? Of course. I've not yet properly examined anything either. I think the same is true for you, Adrian? Adrian? Okay. Pretty much the backlog tutorial. Oh, yeah, 428. Yeah, I played that like 4 or 5 years ago now, so a lot of it's a little lost on me at this point. Other than like the major plot points, of course. It's big, it's heavy, it's wood. I need to calm down, breathe in and out. What's the question again? All right. I haven't really looked around yet either, huh? Yeah. Good job. What an amazing performance. Definitely worth the uncomfortably long pause. All right, then. I'll come over at some point. Probably. Okay? Of course. Take your time. Yeah, sure. All the time in the world. We're in no rush or anything, right? Evelyn and Oliver make their way towards the room I only briefly dashed through when I originally looked around. I follow after them. The last time I was here, I only paid attention to the strange metal door. But like I had guessed, it really is a living room. I didn't even notice the massive sofa occupying half of the room when I first ran through here. The others are already busy with searching for clues or anything else that might help us, so I decide to wordlessly make my way over to the desk and look through the drawers. Nothing. Wow. Expecting similar results, I continue with the file cabinet, but this one doesn't even open up in the first place. Not sure whether that's better or worse. God, this feels like a waste of time. Should have been obvious that Noel wouldn't leave anything actually useful behind. I let out a sigh and turn around towards the sofa where Evelyn is currently focused on and checking the... Look at her go. She's just bouncing around. It's cute. But my eyes don't remain there for long when they notice an object that stands out like a sore thumb among the others. An acoustic... Yeah, I was going to point out the guitar, too, when we came in here. It caught my eye for some reason. She's a pin tuber! Standing back there, right in the corner behind the door, as if to personally mock me. Did Noel put that here on purpose? First Amelia and now this? It's like... Is everything alright? Evelyn has gotten down here from the sofa. Is she talking to me? Did she notice how I glared at the guitar? Oh yeah, I was just kind of focused. Wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything that could help us, but I don't think there's anything all that interesting here, to be honest. Okay, just making sure I didn't. You might be right. Seems to be just a regular room. Did she actually swallow that shoddy excuse or just decide to drop it? I really couldn't tell. I can't tell what any of these people are thinking. Not like it matters. It's a coincidence. The thought of it being any other way isn't even worth entertaining. Yeah, I agree. Oh well, it was worth checking anyway. At least I can confirm that these rooms all look pretty identical to what we had over in the question team. He throws himself onto the couch. Evelyn and I sit down as well. Considering the situation we're in, it is rather surprising how pretty these rooms are. I wonder why the person behind this put that much care into furnishing. Yeah, I had the same thought a while ago. Wait, I guess this could be a good opportunity to bring up what I noticed. Not that it's particularly helpful, but... Oh, yeah, I was wondering the same thing, so I checked out the plants in the kitchen. Plants? Yeah, the ones on the wall. Anyway, as I guess, it's just AR. Probably all of this, aside from the hall. Ah, that does make a lot of sense. Wait, what? AR? You mean like augmented reality? Yeah, right, sorry, I thought the abbreviation was common enough. Nah, it's fine, don't worry. But I guess this explains what you two are talking about. Because in all honesty, this whole place looks like shit. Uh-huh. He can't see it. I mean, he's not like neuralinked up or something? Ass rammer! Jesus Christ. I don't know why, that just tickled me for some reason. Do you not possess a Neuralink? Not yet. I was planning to get one. Actually, just went to a center before whatever happened and I got here. Oh, right, he mentioned that. I thought it was just a checkup or something. That's what I thought. Oh, so is that so? Why did you decide to get one now? Most people... Well, excuse me if I sound disrespectful, but most people your age really don't change their mind on it anymore, do they? No offense taken, don't worry. You're right, of course. I've been living out in the sticks all my life, but now I've met someone a couple years ago. Someone from a zone. Was it Green Hill? Well, long story short, we want to move in together soon, hence I need to get chips so I can finally live in one of these fancy cities myself. Sucks that that's even necessary. Sure, true. But then again, the whole point of the safe zones is, well, being safe. If these brain chip thingies make that possible, then there wouldn't be much point to these places existing. If they just let anyone in. Yeah, sure, that's definitely what they're designed for. Not at all like they just want to collect our data and permanently tie us to the UCE. That'd be insane. God, I'd love to tell him that to his face. How many people I know who wish they could get rid of their implants. How lucky he is to still have that choice. I doubt he'd care. And then again, it's not like it's my problem either. How does it even work though? Do these images really look as realistic as Adrian made it seem? Very much so. I mean, I didn't even notice it after all. And it's not just image data either. Touch, smell, temperature, it's all being transmitted directly into the brain. Damn, that sounds insane. How did you notice that it was AR then? He's looking at me. Oh, great. So glad I brought this up. But then again, maybe this is their idea of breaking the ice. I haven't talked a whole lot so far. Well, it's a bit difficult to explain. You see, it's just that with some objects, it's easier to tell than others, 'cause... Damn, why did I even try? If I can't say it properly, I'd rather just stay quiet. Guess I'm not much help after all. I direct my eyes at Evelyn in an attempt to plead for help. She seemed much better at explaining this sort of stuff anyway. She smiles softly in return and continues. Take a look at these sofas, for example. I assume you see them differently from us, but we still sit on top of them from your perspective, right? Yeah, of course. Well, it looks the same from our perspective, same as this armrest. She runs her hand across it. I can feel its texture. I can't move my hand into what I see as the armrest. It is actually physically there. Am I right? What are you getting at? You see, there is a sofa here. It looks different to you than it does to us. It might even feel different. But its general shape is the same. The only thing that has changed is its skin. The same is true for, I imagine, most objects here. If it wasn't, it would be difficult for us to find our way around after all. Okay, does this work on people? Can we, Neuralink, a new, physical avatar for ourselves or something? You don't have to answer that. If that's a part of the story, you probably shouldn't. I'm just spitballing out loud. I don't know. I feel like somebody's probably going to be a neuralinked person and doesn't look like they appear. Maybe. Who knows? But the idea of a skin, I feel like the word skin is being used deliberately, maybe. The same is true, I imagine, for most objects here. If it wasn't, it would be difficult for us to find our way around after all. Either we would keep running into things we can't see, or we might try to hold on to something that isn't there. Well, that isn't necessarily true for smaller items. Things that we aren't normally interacting with, that we don't usually come into contact with, like decorations, like plants. It gives me a somewhat impressed look. Hooray? All right, I'll continue. Generally trying not to answer any of my thoughts. Yeah, that's cool. No, it's fine. I obviously don't want you to spoil your own game. I'm just like spitballing. Like, I can't wait to be incredibly wrong. And then you have my permission to laugh as hard as you want. I'll even open a voice channel and let you come in and laugh at me in real time. I'm pretty sure Taz give a high fatality rate. You're already laughing? That's fine. You know what? I think that I'm worth laughing at, Lumps. It's fine. He gives me a somewhat impressed look. Hooray? All right, I'll continue. Yeah, right. I'm going to assume that what the two of us see as a wooden structure enamored with plants is just a wall to you. There's nothing of a similar shape in its place, since it isn't something that we need to interact with. I see. So in cases like that, you can just move through it the same way I can? Not completely? When we just gently move our hands across them, we can still feel the plants. They'll even move a bit. Just, well, when we push past a certain point, we clip through, like a video game, and then we break the illusion, and everybody cries. Am I my body hints at the possibility, despite... Yeah, it depends, I suppose. Not a surety, though. I mean, am I my body obviously means something, for sure. And then the Nirvana initiative happened. Oh, my Moksha mommy, how I miss her. Well, that wasn't so bad, was it? Interesting. Seems like you lot really do see this whole place in an entirely different way. The hall looks identical to you though, right? Just gray walls and some rusty pipes and stuff? That's right. I suppose we're not intended to spend a lot of time there. Yeah, probably. But then, how does your Neuralink know where it has to display this AR stuff? And, well, what it's supposed to display in the first place? Well, you see, the necessary files for that are stored in nearby nanologs. These transmit information to each Neuralink user in the area so that everyone receives the same data. Wait, hold up. What exactly is this nanolog stuff? Aren't those just used for surveillance in the zones, or am I mixing something up? You're right. That is one of their tasks. In general, however, you can simply think of them as very small data storage devices that are distributed wherever necessary. Apart from tracking data of nearby Neuralink users, they can also host data, like that which is necessary for the display of augmented reality functions. With other words, AR data is not generated by the Neuralinks themselves, but instead stored in the local nanologs, which then transmitted to each individual user. That makes a lot of sense, actually. That's also why we can still access it despite not being connected to the net as a whole right now. Yeah, it's like a local network kind of thing. That way, each nearby person automatically views the same set of data, preventing any inconsistencies from occurring. All that to ensure we see the world the same way, the way they want it to be seen. Littered with ads for the most part. Yeah! Does that cover your question? Well, I think I get the gist of it, but I can't deny that I'd love to know more. I don't want to waste any more of our time, though, or let you die of boredom, Adrian. How considerate. I have been wondering for a while whether this was a meaningful use of our time. However, while I can't deny that I still don't see a direct connection to our situation, I do feel like it wouldn't hurt to be on the same page about all of this. This place is full of AR after all. Maybe being able to see past that will be useful somehow. Maybe not. I can't think that this dude's not here for that very reason. I like this shit. Like, this is the kind of shit, like, I'm that person where I played through Xenosaga Episode 1 the first time, and I'm sitting there reading the data logs. Every time I'd get to the end of playing for a bit, I would go into like, all right, what are all the new terms I picked up? Did it for Final Fantasy 13, Xenosaga 3, Metroid Prime. Any game that's got big old stuff like that, I'm fine with it. Even better if you just work all that shit into the narrative. Even better. Oh, I don't mind explaining this at all, especially since I'm not sure what else we could be discussing right now with the limited knowledge on Amelia you seem to have so far. Yeah, it's probably true. This may be the most appropriate time to get this stuff out of the way, so feel free to keep going. With that being said, I can't pretend to get anything out of this info dump. You'll be fine without me for a bit, though, right? You're probably better at explaining all this than I am anyway. Definitely. I'm gonna take a bathroom break. Of course, I'll do my best. I nod with a slight smile before I get up from the couch. Moving towards the kitchen door, I hesitate. Valerie is likely still pouting at the table. I guess I'll take a detour through the hall. Let's just ignore that. I was wondering. I mean, it's like that's what the log is. Like, this is Neuralink. If I go in here, all of this stuff is, I'm pretty sure, is supposed to be the Neuralink UI. I should probably save too. I've not done that. Is the toilet fake too, or is it just like a toilet-shaped thing sitting against the wall? Honestly, I didn't come here because I needed to. I don't think I even drank anything since I woke up. Maybe I should. Toilet mimic! Flying without a net. No save! We reset like men. I drink some water from the sink, and some more. Only now do I realize how dehydrated I have been this entire time. No wonder I've been feeling like shit. Yeah, okay. I've been sitting here with my glass of water empty for the last 20 minutes, and I think the game's trying to tell me something. I'll be back in like 20 seconds. Alright, I'm back. The game's doing good work. It's telling me to stay hydrated. We don't have a stay hydrated bot anymore. We don't see. I don't know when to stay hydrated anymore. Stay hydrated bot was the only thing keeping me hydrated during stream. So now the games, they've got to sneak it in there, or I'm never gonna do it. I'm too stupid to drink on my own. I drink some water from the sink and some more. Only now do I realize how dehydrated I've been this entire time. No wonder I've been feeling like shit. Anyway, that's not why I came here. Frankly, I just needed some time to myself, time to process everything, time without people constantly talking around me. God, do I feel that? Get me a download plan. The neural link is calibrated to sense if you're hydrated and force the thought. I guess I can't pretend that I don't understand how Valerie feels, and yet I absolutely look down on her. The way she lashed out for seemingly no reason, constantly needing time to herself, letting everyone wait for her to calm down. I feel like she's wasting our time. I still kind of do. As if I'm any better, just sitting here without saying anything at all, either not knowing what to add or deeming it too irrelevant to even open my mouth for it. Not even mentioning what I know about Amelia. Keeping the truth under wraps for no good reason. Just like back then. At this point, I could just go and hide away elsewhere too. Well, here I am. I can't go on like this. I sit down on the toilet. I've already been here for over a minute and haven't even started to think about anything of use. How am I supposed to make any progress like this? I need to try and connect the dots I've been dealt so far. Figure something out. Anything that might help us solve this and to get out of here. It's not like I know anything about these people, but that doesn't mean I want to let them down. To let them feel like I'm not even trying. Negative self-talk is palpable. Yeah, no kidding. Like I'm hiding something. What if they... Shut up. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, let's summarize what I know so far. This place is split into 3 most likely identical areas. Each of those belongs to one team, with 3 members each. So far, we have no way to know anything about the participants from the other answer team. We'll most likely hear about them in like 2.5 hours? Well, whenever Oliver returns for his second visit, we have a rough idea of who's in the question team, at least if we take everything that Oliver said at face value. On top of that, only if we can trust what Nathan, a person we haven't even met, told Oliver. Who says we can even trust Oliver? Like, I don't know. Like, I know these games. Like, somebody's doing some fuck shit. Like, Oliver could just be playing with us. That dude could totally be neurolinked. The problem is that our whole task here is to figure out what is going on in the QT. So if we can't truly believe anything that we're told, how are we supposed to learn anything? I mean, we barely know the specifics of this, the specifics of this game. We barely know how the specifics of this game work. Learning the truth about the secret participant could mean pretty much anything. Yeah, we need to ask for details. But then again, like, if you just decide that you can't trust anybody, then we're never gonna get anywhere. So it's just like, you can't like approach the story with like, everybody's a liar! Because then you're never gonna be able to believe or trust in anything. With other words, our goal should be simply find out as much as possible and hope that we'll stumble upon the truth along the way. Either way, we're really only left with 2 options. 1, we trust what Oliver has told us. The 3rd member of the QT is Amelia. If that's true, we have a chance of winning. If it turns out that he lied to us, well, we're fucked. Number 2, we don't trust anything he says. In that case, we're fucked either way. We don't have any other source of information. Seems like a pretty clear case of Pascal's wager. I don't have a choice but to trust him if I want to have any sort of chance on salvation. That being the case, that means Amelia is the secret member of the QT. All the details line up. Oliver's description of her appearance, her having gone missing 2 years ago, and, well, her name. Pascal was a bitch! Oliver can't recognize faces, so he has a rare condition. It fits way too well to be a coincidence, even if I still can't quite believe it. This also tells us a bunch about this Nathan himself. He was apparently wearing a lab coat and working with or for Amelia's father. This lines up since her father was a leading scientist at a Neuralink center, the one in A3 to be specific. Interesting, because Oliver brought up that he was visiting that very same location before he was abducted. Is there some kind of connection between that place and all of this? If so, does that mean Nathan could be involved somehow? Well, that might be too much of a stretch. After all, he could have also been brought here for the simple reason that he was there for work. I guess that's all I've got when it comes to the participants I haven't met yet. The only connection I can't really draw is the Neuralink Center, but I'm not sure how well this holds up with the remaining people here. It also still doesn't explain what Amelia has to do with this. Why the hell is she here? Is this connected to why she disappeared in the first place? She certainly seems to be at the heart of all this. Nathan knows about her, so do I. Now that I think about it, Valerie's reactions towards hearing about Amelia did seem rather strong, but then again, most of her reactions towards anything have been intense. Still, something to take note of. Yeah, that's something I was curious about too, if maybe she knows something about Amelia. I think if there's anybody we need to get close to right now, it's Valerie. One more thing has been bothering me. How did Oliver know Valerie's name when she first entered the kitchen? Did I miss something, or does he know more than he's letting on? I guess I could at least check the log. He does say it. The only time that he could have been told her name before she joined before she joined us was back in the hall when we first met. No, nothing. Her name wasn't brought up a single time after he arrived. We went to the kitchen right after leaving the hall. Should I ask him about it? Though maybe, just maybe, he doesn't know either. I recall the way I felt when I first learned the others' names, like I already knew somewhere deep down. Like I was just relearning something I had previously forgotten. We all seem to be struggling with our memory, some more than others. Maybe we already spoke with one another before we woke up. Before we woke up in here? They're just Val pals. More than just our memory, our neurolinks were also tampered with. All entries from before our arrival are gone. Any advanced functions, such as communication, are unavailable. And not even the time is being displayed correctly. Null clearly doesn't want us to know what happened before this, or how much time has passed since we got here. But why? What is he trying to hide through this? And my train of thought is interrupted by a sudden sound of a door closing shut. Judging by the volume, it could have only been the door from the kitchen. Did Valerie enter the bedroom? Wait, how long have I been sitting here anyway? I should go back to the others. I get up and walk to the door where I freeze. Is Valerie still in the bedroom? Can I just walk past her? Should I say something? Will she say something? Ugh, why is this still even bothering me? I'll just go now. It'll be fine. Sure enough, she's sitting on the bed where she woke up in, facing away from me. I think about whether I should go back through the hall or just straight through the kitchen and pick the latter. I take a single large step and end up right in front of the kitchen door. Right as I grab the handle, I notice Valerie turning towards me from the corner of my eye. I return her turning towards me by turning towards her. But turning. Our eyes meet. I continue to push down on the handle. What are you thinking right now? Huh? What are you thinking about? I let go of the handle. Not much. Why? I've been thinking about how much you're pissing me off. What the heck have I done to her? We barely even spoke. Dickbutt. This game passes the turning test. Not even gonna bother with replying, huh? That's exactly what I'm talking about. This entire time you haven't said anything noteworthy, haven't contributed anything. As if you're one to talk? And now what? You're just gonna walk straight past me? I just thought you probably wanted to be left alone. If I did, I wouldn't have left the kitchen. I wanted to talk to you. You did? Wait, how did you know that I was in the bathroom? I heard the door closing. I mean, I guess, but how did you know that that was me? Because I only heard it closing once, and that was a while ago. I don't know how much time has passed, but definitely more than anyone should need to finish their business. So what could that mean? That someone's decided to run away from the big scary group conversation and hide in the bathroom, perhaps? Well, to be fair, it could have also been someone with real bad constipation, so it was a bit of a gamble. Alright, we got a poop joke. I'm in. Sherlock theme plays blankly in the background. Well, to be fair, it could have also been someone with real bad constipation, so it was a bit of a gamble. Which was it? Fuck you. Don't act like you haven't been doing the same exact thing this entire time since the moment we both first woke up. We're both constipated because we're both full of shit, Valerie. So why don't we cut to the chase? It's not just me. Anyway, that's not what I wanted to talk to you about. I wanted to hear your thoughts on something or someone. What do you think of Oliver? He's he's a man. It's cue Polly in Trails in the Sky, second chapter. The man was a white man. He seems nice. Great input, really. I'll write that down straight away. No problem. Let's try this again, alright? Does he seem off to you somehow? Do you think we can trust anything he tells us? About that girl? Amelia? I mean, I obviously got my own opinion on the whole matter, but still, thought a second opinion wouldn't hurt. I don't really know. He seems nice and all, but I guess that doesn't really mean much. Well, there's one thing I noticed. What is it? When you and Oliver first met, he greeted you with your name. I don't think he should have known. No, I'm certain that there was no time frame during which he could have been told without me hearing. You're right, he did that. And you're sure you didn't just miss how someone told him? Did you check your log? Yeah, of course, nobody mentioned your name. I consider explaining how I think it might be related to our memory loss. How I also felt like I already knew all of their names before they first told me. I decided not to. Weird. Well then. See, cool little dynamic animations like that are very good. The white man was a white man. She gets up from her bed and walks up to me. Let's not leave those two alone any longer. She pushes me aside and enters the kitchen. I want to punch her so badly, but God, calm down, my guy. God, Yotsuba. I mean Adrian. Christ. I just follow her back to the living room instead. No, Adrian, Rocky is strawberry. Oh, wow, you actually came back. Took so long, we were placing bets on who'd return first. Guess neither of us expected you'd join up. Well, to be precise, Adrian was following behind Valerie, so... Aw, you want to let me win? How kind of you. That's not it. I'm just being fair. Whatever you say, whatever you say. Anyway, why don't the two of you come and sit down? There's enough sofa for everyone. Ignoring their little bet, I do as I'm suggested. One thing that could happen is, playing on the theme of memory loss, later the log just adds him being told. It could be real the game just starts gaslighting you like you're fucking losing your mind. Ignoring their little bet, I do as I'm suggested. Valerie hesitates for a moment, but ultimately decides to do the same. Sounds like the two of you have been really hitting it off, huh? What can I say? We had quite a lot of time on our hands. I hope that you've been getting along as well. Oh yes, splendidly, she says in a clearly sarcastic tone, but Evelyn seems happy to hear it anyway. Thanks to Adrian, I came to a conclusion about how I want to tackle this whole game thing from now on. You did? Thanks to me? Well, that's for, how's that for someone who hasn't contributed a single thing, huh? I decided that I will not trust any of you. Not yet, at least. That being said, I will cooperate with you to some extent. I can't imagine sitting around and moping all day will get me anywhere. We don't have that sort of time. Well, progress is progress. So pretty much the exact conclusion I reached as well. I'm starting to think Valerie and I don't feel all that different about this situation. It's just that she actively voices her complaints while I sit quietly in the corner. Is there anything we can do to strengthen your trust? You? Not really. But to be honest, it's not like it matters all that much whether I can trust you anyway. Oliver, on the other hand? Well, first of all, there's something I wanted to ask you. Something that Adrian brought up. Huh? Oh, that. Oh, please don't frame it as if I'm the one distrusting him. Sure, what's this about? When we first met in the kitchen, you greeted me right away. To be specific, you said, "Ah, there you are, Valerie," right? Oh, yeah, I guess I might have said something along those lines. Not something along those lines. That's exactly what you said. I checked the log. All right, if you say so, what about it? Well, obviously I wasn't there the whole time, but according to what Adrian told me, from when you first arrived in our hall to that moment, nobody told you what my name was. Oh, is that so? Could have sworn someone mentioned it. It just felt natural to greet you like that. Are you sure that neither of you brought it up, Adrian? I nod. I checked every conversation that happened during that time frame, and it's not like he's ever been alone with Evelyn at that point. So, assuming that's true, mind telling me how you knew my name? Well, how did I? I must have just picked it up somewhere. Damn. I can't just check my log, I guess. What? Whoa, no, you don't get to do that. Wait, what? I just checked my log as well, and I think I might have an idea. Oh, I guess I should hold off on sharing my theory for a bit longer. Right after we split up and the two of you entered the kitchen, I started knocking on the bathroom door. I called out to Valerie. Valerie, can you hear me? Now, my memories on the details are rather vague, but I recall that you, Adrian, already walked further into the kitchen while Oliver still stood behind to close the door, right? Damn, the log can't help me here. Is that what happened? I think it might have. Yeah, that must be it. Guess the log only picks up stuff you managed to properly hear, huh? So we're still in the log tutorial. That's right, that's probably how it was. It might record things I haven't actively paid attention to, but nothing that was out of reach for me to hear altogether. Can't believe we're dying of logma? I see. Well, I guess that adds up with what I can tell from my log. Yeah, I'm sorry for bringing it up. Not like I wanted to sow any unnecessary distrust, but, well, it seems like I was just overthinking this. Don't worry about it, alright? It's only natural to suspect others in a situation like this, especially after spending some time with the Queen of Distrust. Yeah. Luckily, we managed to clear up this misunderstanding rather quickly. If anything, this shows that you shouldn't keep your suspicions to yourself. True, would have been much worse if you'd kept distrusting me because of something so silly all day. So then, was that the only thing that bothered you? Well, yeah, for now, I'm just gonna look forward to hearing what you'll have to share with us the next time you return from your team. Of course, I'm sure it's the same is true for all of you. Oliver, the bad guy. I can kind of see him, yeah. I can definitely see him in clown makeup and a wig now. I don't even think he'd need a clown wig, though. I think his hair, just, throw some green in there or something. Give him a little honky nose. No, not to that extent. The thing is, I know Amelia. Whoa! From everything you told us, I'm sure it must be the same one. I was right. That explains her extreme reaction to Oliver's story. Though, well, it still doesn't explain her behavior prior to that. Whatever. If what she says is true, at least 3 out of 8 people here have some kind of connection to Amelia. What about the rest? Someone from the other answer team will very likely know her too. But what about Oliver and Evelyn? Were the 2 of you friends then? Who knows? What do you mean? I'm not going to talk about that until Oliver leaves. We can discuss any further details after that if you really want to know. Once he returns, I want him to tell me how Amelia reacted to hearing about me. The less he knows about our relationship, the more helpful his report will be in determining whether anything he says is to be believed. That's really smart! Shoutouts to Valerie. Someone finally doing some damn thinking around here. Understood? Huh, I see. Sure, that makes sense, I guess. If it means I can earn some of your trust that way, then I'll do as you say. Not a bad idea, really. That might be the simplest way to find out whether Oliver can be trusted and whether Amelia is really here. There's just one tiny loophole. But what if she just doesn't remember? At least not yet. Or to be more specific, what if Oliver is going to claim that, that's what she said? Like, if everything he said so far is true and she lost her memory, who knows whether she's already regained any of it? Well, that would be awfully convenient, wouldn't it? I'll just have to hope that isn't the case, huh? Nobody says anything in return for a while. She's right, of course. It's not like there's anything we can do to help her remember, huh? Or is there? Oliver seems to struggle with finding the right words to continue, then eventually takes a deep breath. At least I now understand why you reacted this way back in the kitchen. It's starting to add up. Why you distrust me so much. Oh no, don't worry. I don't distrust all of... don't worry. I distrust all of you pretty equally. The problem is that I want to trust you, or more specifically, I need to be able to trust whatever you tell us about Amelia. That's what this entire thing is about. If you say so. Anyway, I know you don't want to talk about what your relationship with her was and all that, though it's pretty obvious that she was at least important to you in some way. Ignoring that, can I ask one thing? You can. I might even answer. Who knows? Why would I lie? What would I get out of making up this story about a girl you knew being there? Assuming that I would have a reason to do so just throws a huge wrench into your whole line of thought. Like what? If I made up this specific description, somehow perfectly fitting someone that you knew, that implies that I already knew about you knowing her. I knew that I would get some sort of reaction out of you. And me. If that was the case, I would very likely also know more about your exact connection, making your whole test kind of pointless. So, unless you believe that, why would I lie? Who knows? Well, she did say she might answer. I honestly didn't expect him to put up this much of a resistance. So far, it seems like he always tried to be really considerate of Valerie, even when she reacted in less than a friendly manner. He really doesn't want her to distrust him. And he is correct. If what he told us was a lie, it was too specific to be a simple coincidence. He would need to know more about all of this. He might even cooperate with the He might even cooperate with the mastermind. The same is true for what I thought about earlier. If Oliver is truthful, but Nathan lied for whatever reason, he would probably try to orchestrate everything in a way that doesn't reveal the truth. He might be able to tell Oliver what Valerie wants to hear in order to what? Mislead us? Make us lose the game? Maybe to protect someone from the other answer team? But that would probably make Nathan a regular participant with motives beyond the purpose of this experiment. If that was the case, how would he know who resides in which team? And ignoring all that, can it really be a coincidence that at least 2 people from one team know Emilia? Wait, maybe Valerie is just bluffing? Waiting for Oliver to slip up and say that she's being remembered? That she is being remembered? But that would contradict her reaction to hear... By the way, how much longer do you have left, Oliver? Huh? All right. He looks down at his timer, Evelyn following his gaze. Just 7 more minutes. Then you're finally rid of me. The answer. Oh, this is Persona 3. Great. Can't wait. Time's really flying by when you're having fun, huh? But wait a second. Now that I think about it, how did she know about the timer? When Oliver explained it to me, Valerie wasn't in the room, and after that, there wasn't a single point in time in which she was in the room with him without me being present as well. She shouldn't have known about it. Fuck! This is the same exact thing we've just been over. It would fit so well with the idea of our lost memories, but there's probably some logical explanation for this as well, isn't there? I'm just missing something really obvious again. Something to explain this without some unnecessary sci-fi twist. Why can't I just come up with something actually useful to say? Something that would really help us with figuring this whole thing out. I mean, I could always share what I know about Emilia, but no, not yet. I should at least wait for what Oliver has to tell us once he returns. Valerie's plan is pretty solid after all. There's no... Hey, where'd you go? Where are you going? There's no reason to get into all that. Not before we know for sure whether she's really here, whether she's truly still alive after all this time. In the end, there might still be some other logical explanation for all this, right? Adrian? Huh? Looking around, everyone else has stood up while I was lost in thought. Okay, hold on. Where did we stop? Okay, I can't wait. Oh, but I didn't even realize you're wearing a watch. Okay, I didn't even realize that you're wearing a watch. Well, more of a countdown thingy than an actual watch. But yeah, I woke up with this around my wrist. I can't seem to take this thing off either. Kind of uncomfortable, to be honest. Really don't get why Noel made sure we didn't have any kind of way to know the actual time, though. Even made sure to mess with our Neuralink's internal clocks as well. Yeah, that's weird. That's weird, all right. Not like knowing the actual time would help us all that much while we're down here. Guess so. Anyway, there's not much time left. Anything left you want to share with the group? Huh? I don't think so. Hope I'll have more to hope I'll have more to tell you once I'm back. Yeah, same. In that case, do you want to head to the exit already? Sure. Guess there's not much point in sitting around here any longer. Very well then, I will accompany you. Will the two of you come along as well? Not like I have anything better to do. Look at me, I'm being smart. I'm playing the game the way it was intended. I'm getting it. I'm smart. Oh, sorry, of course. I get up as well, joining them on their way to see Oliver off. So, how exactly does this door work? How do you open it? Well, the other time I used it so far, it just opened by itself once the timer reached the last minute. Could we just, come with you? Not that I want to necessarily, but couldn't it work? I don't know. Doubt it. Would be an obvious oversight, don't you think? Also, the whole contraption is a bit more complicated than just this one door. How so? Alright, so how should I put this? So behind this door, there's another one that only opens after this one has closed again. He's wildly gesturing in a desperate attempt to visualize his explanation. Okay, yeah, this is you're not getting in there. That leads to a small chamber below this whole platform thing that Noel was standing on earlier. Well, that chamber connects to 3 doors in total, one leading to each of the halls. And yeah, all those work just like the one that I just described. Yeah, definitely seems like someone wanted to make very sure that nobody would enter any of these doors without permission. But wait a second. So there's a room below this platform? Well, a room might be an exaggeration. It's really just a small round space that connects all these doors and halls and stuff. But didn't Null appear on the platform using some kind of elevator coming up and down through there? Didn't he come from a small chamber then? I think he just is doing AR? It's the Die Hard safe. Could have just said that, Oliver. Yeah, I think Null is only appearing through AR. Huh, you're exactly right. That's what it seems like. In that case, it's rather likely that Null is hiding further down. Wouldn't you agree? What makes you think that? Well, you can simply think of the chamber that lies at the center of the 3 halls as an elevator shaft. When at ground level, the elevator seems to be a regular floor that connects the 3 exits to one another. But beyond that, it can also move up to function as a platform for Noel to talk to us from, or even further down to a separate area which Noel is most likely located. I mean, I'm just spitballing that he's just appearing via AR. We didn't touch him. If I ain't touching you, you're AR. That's the only explanation that makes sense, is it not? Well, now that she puts it like that, yeah, it really is just that simple. Oliver nods in agreement, seemingly rather impressed by her deduction. Valerie, not so much. Yeah, that's great and all. So back to my question. Mind if I try going through the door with you? I don't know if that's such a good idea. Shouldn't we just do as we're told for now? Oh, come on. I'm sure it'll be fine. Well, if the two of you are sure about it. At that moment, the door opens, revealing a small round space between the outer and one of the inner doors, just like Oliver had described. Valerie enters said space and nothing happens. Well, won't you come too? Oh yeah, sure. Suddenly, a generic announcement plays through the same speakers that were last used when Noel was giving his introductory speech. Error! Unauthorized number of signals detected. Please step back from the exit. Well, there you have it. If you'd be so kind, then. He gestures for her to back off. She sighs and, after a bit of hesitation, takes a couple of steps away from the door. So long. The door slides shut in front of him. Now that it's just the three of us once more, we stand there, quietly. I look back and forth between Valerie, Evelyn, and the floor, waiting for someone to say something. Anything. Unexpected item in the bagging area. Unfortunately, it seems like they're doing the exact same thing. Valerie promised to tell us about her connection to Amelia once Oliver was gone. Now she looks hesitant, like she's contemplating how or if to go about it. Maybe she's hoping we already forgot. We clearly didn't. Evelyn is most likely giving Valerie a chance to gather her thoughts. But come on, we don't have that kind of time, do we? I take a deep breath, preparing to give her a piece of my mind. However, before my voice manages to reach my throat, it is swiftly interrupted by the sudden rumbling of a stomach. Judging by the two sets of eyes looking in my direction, it appears to have been my own, attempting to break the silence that engulfed the hall ever since Oliver left the group. The fact that you can't even think about food the fact that you can even think about food in a situation like this is insane to me. Kind of disgusting, to be honest. Well, yeah, sorry. I guess I forgot to eat before getting kidnapped. This is what you would call the end of round one? All right. Well, I guess I will let this current scene resolve, and then we'll call it there for now. We'll deal with the food thing. We'll see what happens here, and then we'll call that. Maybe we should use this opportunity to take a short break in the kitchen. I will check the supplies and whip up something for us to eat. You can't properly think on an empty stomach after all, isn't that right? Are you sure we've got time for that right now? It's not like I'm gonna starve anytime soon, so don't worry about me. I don't think that'll pose a problem. We still have almost 90 minutes at our disposal until Oliver returns. I doubt we need that much time to discuss what Valerie wanted to talk about, do we? No. She still acts as though she's irritated about this turn of events, but I get the feeling she's actually relieved that she can postpone talking about Amelia a little further. Not that I can't relate. In that case, I think it would only prove beneficial to prepare a meal now. You might not be hungry quite yet, but that could change at any time. It's best to take care of things like this sooner rather than later. She's like our mommy. Yeah, like I could see that happening because I'm already in, so I could honestly probably just keep going. But I'm gonna do one round and then do the next round the next time. Let's get going then. All right, so we will stop here at grabbing food. All right. This has been the first couple of hours of Anamnesia Part 1. Am I my body? You should, of course, get that on your Steam wish list, and it's coming out for free on February 22nd, so you want to get on that and check it out. It's going to be rad. We will be back Wednesday at the same time, Wednesday at 8 p.m., and we are going to stream the next round, and then after the second round, we're embargoed. The game comes out on the 22nd, and we will probably commence streaming it again at that point. So the next time we will together, hopefully we're gonna find out more about Amelia and what's going on. Like there's some shit, definitely something going on. There's a lot of intrigue here. There's a lot of that good zero escape energy that I like. We're getting info dumps. I love me some info dumps. This has got all of the makings of a game that's gonna keep Polly interested. So yeah, we're bought in so far. But yeah, for now, we'll be back on Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Very nice. You enjoyed it? Hey, thank you so much. I'm glad I did your game justice. I know I'm sitting here, I'm cracking jokes. I'm look at me, I'm talking about penises. Over your very serious video game, but it comes from it's just, it's how I enjoy things. And I guess like if that's the kind of commentary you're getting, I think that means you're doing a good job. And if you're listening to my commentary, I wish there was a random pseudoscience concept thrown in, like something about water having memory. Hey, look, there's a lot of this game left. It's like 70,000 words. This is your favorite kind of commentary? Fantastic. Yeah, this game is 70,000 words long, Cap. There's definitely time for us to get something about water having memories. Let's see who's streaming. And then we'll throw over to them. Who be streaming? Our good pal Jetstorm 4. What is he? Oh, he's okay. Yeah, he's playing old ass video games that are very good. Hey, thank you for coming, Boney. I appreciate it. Raid Jetstorm 4. All right, so we're gonna do that, and like I said, we'll be back here again Wednesday night for round 2. You won't want to miss it. I hope you have a nice rest of your whatever, and we will talk to you next time. Bye.